We're going over everything we know so far about Black Ops 6 Zombies. Whilst we've only gotten 10 seconds of footage, we already have quite a few confirmed details, including what I learned when I visited Treyarch Studios and what's hidden within the footage, as well as a ton of rumors and leaked details that help build a bigger picture for Black Ops 6 Zombies. But to not miss a single update on Black Ops 6 Zombies, consider hitting that subscribe and notification bell. Jumping right in, we know Black Ops 6 marks the return of round-based zombies with two brand new maps at launch, these maps being Terminus and Liberty Falls. Both maps will be jam-packed with powerful weapons, new and returning power-ups, and a host of secrets and Easter eggs to discover. And according to one of the senior developers at Treyarch, this Zombies is going to be bigger and better than ever before, with deep and rich quest lines that sound like a return to form. Just like we've seen with campaign and multiplayer, many of the previously revealed innovations in the movement, visual fidelity, audio, and weapons will all be coming to Zombies as well. But that's not including the many additional zombie-specific features, both new and returning. But let's now dive deep into the official details we know for both Zombies maps, starting with the setting and the characters, as this picks up where the Dark Aether storyline left off in Black Ops Cold War, where we were left on a big cliffhanger. The director of Requiem turned out to be none other than Edward Richtofen, a man of historical questionable intent. He immediately betrays your entire unit and sends us off to places unknown, and now we pick up 5 years later in 1991, where Dr. Peck, a semi-reformed villain, now set out to find the crew and break them out of a research prison facility. And that is the setting for our first Zombies map we're getting, called Terminus. Now, the crew that Dr. Peck is helping break out is the playable crew for this Zombies mode, which to me is such fantastic news, as part of the character and charm of Black Ops Zombies is having that dedicated crew of characters with their funny quotes and dialogue that helps you absorb the storyline the Zombies map is telling. But Treyarch has made it explicitly clear that you can still use any operator in Black Ops 6 Zombies, but when you play as these characters, you're going to get a much deeper experience with way more voiceover, additional interactions, and the cinematics and story that the telling is featuring around these characters. And the majority of them are returning from Black Ops Cold War, where we have Gregory Weaver, Elizabeth Gray, and Mac Carver. But we now get to be them and experience the story with them. And joining them is a new character called Maya Aguinaldo. All we know so far is that she's tagging along with Dr. Peck to break up these other characters for reasons that will be revealed in time. Let's now jump into official map details, starting with Terminus, a remote prison facility set in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, with the prison itself called Black Site 13. This is a massive map which is dark, it's brooding, it's atmospheric, and will be a much more complex and bigger map than the other Zombies map, Liberty Falls. One of the main map features we've seen so far is this massive AA gun trap that emits some sort of Gersh device effect, sucking up tons of zombies. Now that's what I call a zombies trap. Another detail we know about this map is it has a power system. In one of the shots where the operators are running through a room, you can see there is a Dark Aether-like arrow that's pointing outside, which in Cold War was on most Zombies maps to direct you to the power. Moving on to the other Zombies map, Liberty Falls, Treyarch has described this as a small town underneath the Appalachian Mountain Range in West Virginia. An elite unit has been sent in to investigate the Aether incident that's occurred here, and according to Kevin Drew, this is a very iconic setting for Zombies, embodying Americana in the 90s with a lot of elements that I think everyone's gonna get a kick out of. There are map details like a bowling alley, a comic shop, video store, and visually is a stark contrast to the Terminus Island map, with it being very vibrant, bright, colorful, set during the daytime. This is all from information I got when I visited Treyarch Studios, as well as the one image I got to see of the map. But whilst Treyarch hasn't publicly revealed an image or footage of this map, it seems that one of the multiplayer maps is going to be based off this Zombies map, as it visually looks similar to the image that I saw, but also there are very specific details on the map that link to the Liberty Falls Zombies map, such as multiple police SWAT vans around the map which are labeled Liberty Falls Police SWAT, or how outside the map's playable boundaries there's a road sign that looks like a Welcome to Liberty Falls sign with an image showing a different angle of the town itself. And at Treyarch, Kevin Drew mentioned that Liberty Falls has a video store, and in the middle of this multiplayer map we have a video store. Let's now go over the confirmed Zombies gameplay features we know so far, starting with the Rampage Inducer returning. We know this as within a few frames of the 10-second footage we got, you can see the Rampage Inducer behind the characters. If you aren't aware of what the Rampage Inducer does, activating this increases the movement speed and spawn rates of zombies drastically all the way up until round 55. 5, allowing for faster round transitions to make the game progress faster or an increased challenge. It can be activated and deactivated at any point. Typically in Cold War Zombies, we saw this in every spawn room of the round-based zombies maps. Seeing it here might mean that this could be the spawn room for Terminus. Another gameplay feature returning from Black Ops Cold War is salvage. As in a few specific frames of the gameplay, you can see on the staircase behind the zombies is a piece of green salvage. Black Ops Cold War Zombies added a new expanded system of the buildables, where you could go up to a crafting table and craft a variety of things using currency called salvage, which dropped randomly by the undead. And this came in two forms: uncommon salvage being the green, and then rare high-grade salvage being blue. Green salvage allowed you to craft equipment as well as armor, and the high-grade salvage was used to craft score streaks, self-revives, or upgrade your armor and weapon level to the highest tiers. The biggest confirmed feature returning is that gobblegums are returning in Black Ops 6, and these will be single use and give unique powers and have several different rarities. We don't currently know if these will be accessible via gobblegum machines around the map like we saw in Black Ops 3 Zombies, but Treyarch have confirmed that the gobblegum can be earned in-game. So despite paying extra for the Vault Edition and getting 12 gobblegums included, you will be able to earn them without spending a penny. But if we look at the 1-minute presentation we got for Zombies at the Direct, on the desk next to Kevin Drew is a jar with different colored gumballs with two books underneath it, one called Thanks for the Feedback and another under it being the Black Ops 3 strategy guide. Reading between the lines, we can assume Treyarch has looked at the feedback of gobblegums from Black Ops 3 and is going to use that to help craft what could be an even better implementation of gobblegum than what we saw before. If you pay attention, just behind on that table there are a set of perk bottles, and they are all of the original perks that we saw from World at War Zombies. Now, could this be a tease that maybe perk bottles are returning? But that is all of the official details that have been revealed or confirmed so far. Now we're going to move on to all of the rumored and leaked details for Black Ops 6 Zombies, which come from data miners discovering leaked strings in Modern Warfare 3, as both games are on the same unified engine and part of COD HQ. Now, since this game is still in active development, these strings could be outdated or completely incorrect. Take this all with a big grain of salt, but there is every chance that some or all of these details could end up being true. So let's start with 3 wonder weapons that have been found to be part of Black Ops 6, starting with the ray gun, which I think is an extremely obvious thing to have in the game. I don't think a Black Ops Zombies is really a Black Ops without the ray gun. What's more surprising is data miners found a reference to the jet gun within the weapons of the game. If you aren't aware, the jet gun is the wonder weapon from Black Ops 2 Zombies Transit. It has never been seen again ever since 2012. So when this was first discovered late last year, people started to speculate if Transit was going to be returning in Black Ops 6 Zombies. Now, from what's been revealed and seen so far, Terminus definitely isn't Transit, and Liberty Falls doesn't bear any resemblance at all to Transit from what I saw, apart from the fact that it's set in a small town, with Transit also having a town. This could be is Treyarch simply reintroducing a wonder weapon from a long time ago, but actually making it good, which is exactly what we saw them do in Modern Warfare Zombies by bringing back the VR11 from Call of the Dead. On top of that, there is also a potential third wonder weapon that has the ability to cause the skin of zombies to bubble, which sounds very similar to the KT-4 wonder weapon from Zetsubou no Shima in Black Ops 3. What's funny is that map was also set on an island, just like we're seeing with Terminus. So if this wonder weapon does exist, I would assume it'd be on the Terminus map more than the Liberty Falls map. There's also the rumor that there will be a new variant of the Hellhounds called Tentacle Dogs in Black Ops 6 Zombies, and I would assume they would also be on the Terminus map, just judging by the fact that we see zombies wearing nuclear hazmat suits. I can confirm the mystery box is returning, as I saw the mystery box light in the Terminus image I saw at Treyarch, but I think that's a given. It has been leaked that large ammo boxes as well as the crafting table will be returning, and there'll be a new version of the crafting table that will be specifically for upgrading your weapon's rarity, as data miners have been able to find an actual model of the machine itself. Data miners have also found that the exfil system from Black Ops Cold War will be returning, so you'll be able to leave the map after surviving a certain amount of rounds. Let's now go into some leaked details on both round-based zombies maps, starting with the Terminus map, where one of the very first details for Black Ops 6 Zombies leaked last year was that this map would feature some sort of deck cannon trap, which makes it sound like part of the map will also have a boat that we can play on. Judging by the fact we know Dr. Peck gets here on a boat, that's a potential connection to this being true. There's also apparently a tentacle trap as well as an arrow trap. Judging by the fact we see one of the traps in the gameplay footage, this map might might be just going insane when it comes to the traps. It's rumored that you start this map in a cell block and that there are several locations such as a lab and a port. So far in the footage, you can only see the details of a few cells in the background, so that might potentially indicate that the cell block leak is true, but we have yet to see any kind of underground lab and a port on this map. As for the Liberty Falls map, there isn't much known, but there are two very unique things. The first being that this map will apparently include a wonder weapon quest that could also have a jump scare involved. Leakers have also revealed that this map will include an Easter egg with a cutscene. I would like to think that both zombies maps will include a full Easter egg with cutscene, and all Treyarch have said is that this is going to be a bigger and better round-based zombies experience than ever before, with rich quest lines. But one of the biggest questions that remains unanswered is the rumor that started last year that Activision were exploring the idea of zombies being the early access pre-order bonus instead of the campaign being early access, and this was posted in November by Windows Central, where at the time it said they were discussing a large pre-order early access bonus with several days for the base game and maybe even weeks for access to other modes. We know the game is officially releasing on October 25th, but over on the PlayStation Store, initially PlayStation Store showed that there was a October 18th date for some sort of early access pre-order bonus. It didn't specify what the early access was, but then that disappeared. What we know officially is on the Call of Duty blog that Activision will reveal more pre-order bonuses as we get closer to launch, so it's likely we will hear details then. But with this game having two round-based zombies maps on launch, it would be the perfect rollout for one of the maps to be released earlier, allowing all of the gaming community to congregate on this one zombies map, get to know the basics, get to know all of the fundamentals of the map and mode, and also hunt for the Easter egg where we're all focused on one Easter egg quest rather than having to juggle both at the same time. With this game also being on Game Pass, it has given Treyarch a new perspective on how they're going to target this Call of Duty game, where they're very aware that for a lot of people, this might be their first Call of Duty game they've ever played, or might be the first COD that they've picked up in a long time. So they want to make it as accessible as possible to every type of player. And in my mind, if Zombies was going to be early access, then it would make sense for the Liberty Falls map to be the early access map, as it sounds like the easier, more approachable experience. Terminus is a much more complex map, which I'm really excited for, and sounds like the perfect blend, just like we saw with Black Ops 3, where we had Shadows of Evil, a very complex map, and then the Giant, a much simpler map. But that is all we know so far, both officially and from leaks, and I'd love to know your initial thoughts on BO6 Zombies in the comments below. To make sure you don't miss a single Black Ops 6 Zombies update when it comes to news, trailers, gameplay, you need to make sure you're subscribed with the bell. If you want to learn everything about the game, including campaign, multiplayer, and zombies details from what I learned at Treyarch, click the video on your screen right now.